Hello, and thank you for joining me, Shanny Leigh, for this Chinese New Year inspired Vinyasa flow. So the Chinese New Year is also known as the Lunar New Year or the Spring Festival. And the main colors are red and gold. So this is all I kind of really had, so we're gonna go with it. But I'm sure you can Google the meaning of Chinese New Year. You can YouTube different types of celebrations and how people celebrate. But this flow specifically will be honoring the celebration by embodying different types of poses that represent, we'll have to use our creativity a little bit, the 12 zodiac animals. So those are the rat, the ox, the rabbit, the pig, goat, dog, tiger, monkey, snake, dragon, and horse and rooster. So we'll be embodying those poses throughout class in honor of this celebration, and thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the mat. So we'll get started in Balasana, child's pose. You can have your knees close together or a little wider apart, whatever feels best for you. And I invite you to stretch your hands out nice and long as you bow your chest towards the mat, maybe resting your forehead. And let's take a couple moments here to connect with the breath. So we'll jump right into it. For the purpose of today's class, child's pose will be rat pose. I thought of something that's like small and close to the ground. So just imagine you're a little mouse or a little rat. Let's take one more round of breath here. And then we'll slowly roll the torso up into a seated position, letting your hands loosely drag on an inhale. Begin to roll the spine up, head comes up last. And then keep the hands by your hips. Maybe you turn the fingers so that it's easier. And exhale, fold the chest back down. So twice more. Now hands stay by your hips. Inhale, roll it on up. And exhale, use your core and back strength to roll it down. The last time, inhale, roll up. Exhale, settle here. If this is really uncomfortable on your knees, you can come into a other type of seat. And then I invite you to take your hands and we'll start class with the pranayama. If it feels good to turn your fingers towards you and stretch your wrists so you can. Otherwise, just have your hands on the earth on your mat right in front of your knees. And we'll get started with a pranayama breathing exercise, which is actually called lion's breath, but I thought for the purpose of today's class, we can think of dragon's breath for the Chinese Zodiac. So what you'll do is you'll stick out your tongue as you exhale through your mouth. So through the nose, inhale, nice big breath. You'll look funny, that's okay. Exhale, let it out. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Tongue sticks out. One more time. Big dragon's breath. Take one more moment here. Maybe smile because yes, you look funny. Exhale, side out. And then we'll lift up onto our knees. Inhale, push the hips forward as you reach the arms into the sky. Exhale, sit it back down. If you're in a seat, just move your arms. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Once more, inhale, lift. And we'll take it back towards our rat pose, our child's pose. Exhale, sit the hips down or just as needed. Hands come behind you this time as you bow your forehead towards the earth. Take a moment here. And we'll be rolling up into the next Chinese Zodiac animal, the rabbit. If you don't like to have a lot of pressure on your head, you can have your hands by your ears, by your head. Otherwise, I invite you to clasp your hands at your low back, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, and we'll roll up onto the crown of our head 3 times using our hands the last time. So keep your hands where they're at. Inhale, just roll up. And exhale, back down. Twice more. Inhale, start to roll onto the tops of your heads. Exhale down, and then inhale, roll it on up, and then this time add the arms if you want by lifting them towards the sky, actively pulling away here in rabbit pose. Let's take one more round of breath. And at the end of your next exhale, slowly release the hands Inhale, roll it on up, lift it on up, nice big stretch. And exhale, let your hands come to tabletop pose. Take a second, settle in here as we move towards the next Chinese Zodiac animal, the pig. So I know this is called tabletop, but imagine you're a little pig, and now shake side to side, shifting your hips. Imagine that you're wagging your little piggy tail, maybe release the neck. One more round of breath, and then we'll just do cow pose. We won't go into cat. So the cat's not in the zodiac. So we'll be just dropping our bellies and bringing it back to center. Slowly start to find stillness. Exhale, tuck the belly in. Find a flat back to begin. And then inhale, drop the belly. Really focus on the dip into ox or cow pose, since ox is in the zodiac. Exhale, bring it back to center. Twice more. Exhale, really over-exaggerate, dropping your belly down, really feeling that stretch. Inhale, bringing it back to center. Exhale, drop. And bring it back to center. Take a second again if you need to wiggle something else out here in pig pose. And then we'll be moving towards a goat pose, like we're doing a little donkey kick or a goat kick. So I invite you to tuck or flex your right foot. Keep your knee bent. We'll be kicking using our glutes. So as you inhale, lift the right knee using your right glute. Exhale, tap it down. Try not to arch your back too much. 4 more times. Inhale, goat kick back. Exhale, moving right along. Goat kick. Exhale, twice more. Inhale, breathe. Like I said, we need some creativity. Exhale down, last time. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Hold here, tuck the belly in. Lift a little higher. And exhale, bring it down, and we'll take it to the other side. Now, flexing the left foot, lift with the left glute. And exhale, knee tap down. Twice more. Try to keep your hips square. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. I just felt mine shifting off to the left, so if you feel that, drop back down. Twice more. If there's any pressure on your wrists, you can come onto your elbows. And last time, inhale, lift, 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 kick, kick, kick. 1 more round of breath. And then exhale, set it down. Maybe walk your knees back a little bit on your mat here to provide space. Inhale the breath. Exhale, walk your hands out, trying to keep them on the mat if you need to adjust for that to be possible. Sink your chest. Coming into the next Zodiac animal, the dog here, in extended puppy dog pose. If you feel a really deep sway back, try tucking your tailbone. Imagine that you're keeping your core active and drawing your belly button in. You should feel a little bit more in the shoulders now. Let's take 1 more round of breath. Exhale, side out here. And then using your core, lift up enough to draw your hands in. And now tuck your toes. And we'll be moving towards downward facing dog, but with our knees tucked, so nice and bent. As you're ready, just lift the knees off a little bit, keeping your hips shifting towards the back of the mat. Coming into crouching tiger pose for the next Zodiac animal, the tiger. 1 more round of breath here, and then we'll fully extend the legs. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Back into tiger, twice more. Inhale, bend the knees, keep everything mostly in the shoulders the same. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Once more, crouching tiger. And Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Exhale, settle in. So there's kind of 2 dog poses in this Zodiac flow. 1 more round of breath. Exhale, find stillness. And now we'll move into plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Option to be on your knees, but we won't be here long. And now we'll go back into our tiger pose and then extend back into downward facing dog. So as you're ready, bend the knees, push your hips back, crouching tiger. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, tiger. Hold here, 1 round of breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 more times. Inhale. And maybe now you do 1 round of breath. Exhale, tiger, down dog. Twice more. Find your plank. Find your tiger. And Adho Mukha Svanasana. Last time, just moving the body here. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Big sigh out. Maybe you stick your tongue out. Find that dragon breath. And take your left foot, find it firmly on the mat, and we'll donkey kick kind of our right foot to our glute. So as you're ready, kick your right glute, set it back down. Twice more. Kick the glute, set it back down. Kick your glute, set it back down. Moving to the left side. Now kick your left glute and down. Kick, you don't have to lift your knees super high. Once more, kick, stay square in the shoulders, bring it back down. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, and exhale, step or hop to the tops of your mats. Exhale, side out. Let's hang out here for just a moment. Maybe sway something out, maybe release the neck. One more round of breath. Exhale, side out. And inhale, lift halfway, finding a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold it back down towards the earth. And inhale, lift all the way up, rise up into the sky, arms reach up. And exhale, hands come heart center. Take a round of breath here. Exhale, side out. And now stay grounded in the left foot. Inhale, right knee lifts up, hold here. We'll be doing something with this later. So find this, shoulders melt away from your ears. One more round of breath. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, lift the other leg up now. Hold for a few rounds of breath. Last round here. Exhale, set the foot down. Moving back into the Vinyasa, arms reach up into the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, big breath in. Exhale, big breath out. Fold it towards the earth. We'll be stepping just the left foot back first. Inhale, lift halfway. And then exhale, bend enough so that you can plant your hands and step your left foot back. Drop your back knee towards the earth. Adjust so that you can come into a low lunge. And inhale, lift up. Baby crescent lunge pose. Anjaneyasana for the Lunar New Year. An option to stay here if you want, or if you want to get a left tricep bend, you can bend your left tricep and hold it with the right. Or if you want to do cow face pose arms to tie in with the ox and the cow theme, you can find the clasp behind your back. I won't cue it. We'll just be here 2 more rounds of breath. Try to sink just a little bit lower. 1 more round of breath. Exhale, side out. And then release any clasp you may have. Arms sweep back up on an inhale. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Shine your chest forward. Inhale, be lifting our hips and sending them back as we straighten our front leg. Exhale, roll onto the front heel, shift it back, fold forward. Twice more. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, shifting back towards the half splits. Inhale. And exhale, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, staying here. Half Lord of the Monkeys pose for the monkey in the Zodiac. Take a round of breath. And now if you want to add a little movement, you can on an inhale lift and fold. If you want to get a little bit of a stretch, you can place your left hand and you can inhale, open the right arm. 2 more rounds of breath. Wherever you are at, whatever feels good, or you can just stay folded. Last round of breath. And then exhale, take your hand back to the mat. Slowly begin to walk your hands forward. Inhale the breath, shine your chest forward. And then we'll take it back to plank. Lift the back knee, find your way to plank, and move through your Vinyasa flow. Shift forward into a plank, lower all the way down. Exhale, roll the shoulders back, and we'll stay here in baby cobra. Inhale, lift the chest just a little bit. And exhale, fold it back down. Now adding a right knee bend. Inhale, lift your right foot. And exhale down, lifting the left. Inhale, baby lift, bend the left. Exhale down, twice more each side. Inhale, right bends. Exhale down, keep your shoulders rolling away, your elbows rolling back, left knee bends. Exhale down, twice more. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, and now both. This is actually the last time. Inhale, lift both legs. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, lower, tuck the toes. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Take a round of breath, and then we'll do that same type of kicking, but this time try to lift your leg higher, and we'll alternate. So left foot down first, right knee lifts first. Inhale, kick back. Exhale down, tying into this idea of the goat. Left kick. Exhale down, twice more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Now left foot stays, right foot stays, left leg lifts. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And exhale, left foot comes forward. Drop your back knee to come into the other side. Almost screwed us up there. Arms lift up. Exhale, settle into low lunge now with the left foot in front. And now again, maybe you find a tricep stretch. Maybe you find your cow face pose arms or ox face posed arms for the purpose of the Chinese Zodiac. Here in low crescent lunge for the Lunar New Year. One more round of breath. Exhale, side out. Release any grip you have. Arms sweep back up. Inhale and take your hands to the mat. Exhale, shine your chest forward. Inhale the breath and roll back towards your half splits. Exhale, fold the chest down and find your way back to lunge. Inhale. If you need extra space, you can use blocks. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Half Lord of the Monkeys pose for the Monkey Zodiac. Now again, you can lift and lower, or you can have your right hand on the mat as you open the left if you want to get a little more into the shoulders, gazing up or down. If you feel your shoulder turning in, imagine that you're opening a jar with your bottom hand. One more round of breath. And then exhale, both hands come back to the mat if they're not. Inhale, find your way forward into a lunge and prep to have both feet come to the top of the mat. So as you're ready, lift the back knee, stare forward or down, and big exhale, step it forward and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, lower. Let's just do one more halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, lower, bend the knees, and we'll step the right foot back. Left foot stays in front again. This time stay high on the back knee, and inhale, lift it up into high crescent lunge. Sending energy through the back heel. One more round of breath, and we'll take the tricep stretch again. Option to be lower if you want. So if you are doing the tricep stretch, maybe just try to increase it a little bit. Maybe you just push a little bit more. Maybe you try the bind. Just be here for one more round of breath. Release whatever you have on an exhale on the hands. Arms reach up on an inhale. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Inhale, shine the chest forward. And exhale, straighten the front leg. Maybe roll up onto the front heel as you bow forward to come in towards a pyramid-like pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Dropping the back heel a little bit. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, pyramid or high Lord of the Monkeys pose. We'll be here for a few rounds of breath. If you know splits or the full monkey pose is in your practice, you can begin to sink back into it. It is not in my practice. This is about how far I am, and anyone who does yoga will know I'm like, not too close. We'll just be here for one more round of breath, but it's something I want to work on. So this is where I'm at. As you exhale, begin to find your way forward again if you need to heel, step, and then inhale, we'll all shift back into a lunge or make our way there, and then we'll find our way back to our plank. Meet us here, stepping the foot back, finding a plank, shift your weight forward, keep the elbows in as you lower all the way down, exhale, and we'll rise up into rising cobra. Roll the shoulders back and pull the elbows back first, and then push into your hands to lift your chest. And then exhale, lower. Now we'll do that same knee bend with the lift. Inhale, right knee bends, lift up, getting a little tricep work. Exhale, lower. Coming into snake, right? Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra snake pose. Exhale is another zodiac animal. Lift and lower. Try to keep your shoulders back as you do. Inhale and exhale. A lot in yoga deals with the triceps, so we're strengthening. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Exhale, down, and now both really roll the shoulders back first, and then lift, bend both knees. One more round of breath. Keep the chest up, release the feet to the mat, tuck the toes, lift the hips, send them back downward facing dog. Big sigh out. And now we'll bend our knees, coming back into that crouching tiger pose. Inhale the breath, exhale the breath. Next, inhale, bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend. Downward facing dog. Inhale, crouching tiger. Downward facing dog. And now we'll move through the plank tiger flow 3 times. Inhale, plank. Tiger, down dog. Inhale, plank. Tiger, down dog, exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. We'll all meet in downward facing dog, and then left foot stays on the mat. This time, right leg lifts up into the sky, 3-legged dog, and step it all the way through. Stay high on the back knee, coming into our Crescent lunge sequence on the other side. Take a round of breath here in high Vinyasa lunge. And then maybe you want to find your tricep stretch. 3 more rounds of breath. Try to sink into this. Sending energy through the back heel, trying to stay 90 in the front knee. Checking that your knee is over your ankle. You can still slightly see your big front toe. Last round of breath, belly in. Release anything you have in the arms. On an exhale, inhale, arms lift up. And exhale, take your hands to the mat. Moving in towards that pyramid pose, or if you want to just move right into splits, you can. Inhale, shine your chest. Exhale, straighten the front leg as you push your hips up and back, rolling onto your front heel, dropping the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now stay here. Or if you know you're trying to work on the splits, or that it's in your practice to come into the full Lord of the Monkeys pose, Hanumanasana, you can. This is about where I am at. Gotta work on my hip flexors, on my hamstrings. Let's take 1 more round of breath here. Tapping into the Hanumanasana monkey pose. And then whatever you need to do to get back towards that pyramid pose, or if you just want to meet us in plank, you can begin to bend the front leg. If you're in the lunge pyramid, plant your hands, find your way to plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward, and this time we'll only lower halfway down. Exhale, chaturanga, untuck the toes. Shine the chest forward as you drop the hips. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Keeping with the theme of the dog in the Zodiac, exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a round of breath here. Exhale, side out. And then inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, and step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow it down. Rise all the way up. Inhale, reach up into the sky. And exhale, hands come heart center. Take a round of breath here, invite the sweat. And I'll be moving towards the balance portion a little bit. So our right foot was just in front, correct? So we'll be lifting the right knee so that we'll be working the left leg. So find your way into your left leg, find balance. Then as you're ready, lift the right knee into the sky like we did earlier, arms reach up overhead. Take a round of breath here, side out. And then begin to shift your leg back as you reach forward, coming into warrior 3. And then move your hands out towards the side like they're wings as we come into dragon pose. Hold here. And now we'll be flapping our arms down and back out. If you want to increase this, do a one-legged squat in the front leg. So as you're ready, hands come down. Maybe you bend your knee. Inhale, fly it out. Imagine you're a dragon. Exhale. Inhale. Try not to dip the back leg. I just noticed myself doing that. Exhale. Inhale. Twice more. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And now fold the hands to the mat. Exhale. Ground down in the left hand. Turn your right toes out. Moving into half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Lifting the right arm into the sky. For the Lunar New Year, you can look up, you can look down. 1 more round of breath. And then we'll be moving in towards star pose, which is basically just wide-legged stance. So bend your front knee to prep, lift up, and come into star pose or wide-legged stance. Heels in, toes out, arms in a T. Side out. And now bend your arms so that your palms are up and out, and we'll squat into goddess pose, also known as horse pose. Exhale, sit it down, and lift up. 4 more times. Exhale. The horse is the next animal in the zodiac here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, settle in. Devyasana, goddess or horse pose. For the purpose of today, horse. If you want to increase this, you can lift your heels off the mat. 1 more round of breath here. Heels lifted or not. Let your hands come down to your legs. On an exhale, inhale, shine the chest forward. And now dip the right shoulder in. Get a nice little twist. Invite the shaking. Inhale, release. Lift your arms back up. We'll do the other side, other time. Inhale, straight leg. Lift it all up. Drop your heels. Exhale, fold your hands to the mat and transition back towards the front of your mat so you can come into your plank. Stepping it back. Inhale. Exhale, halfway down. Upward facing dog. Drop the hips. Shine the chest. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a round of breath here. And I'll be doing the crouching tiger and kicking the right foot, or the left foot up. So left foot, not right. Bend the knees, tiger, and then kick the left knee. Twice more. Bend, kick, bend, kick, bend, and then this time straight leg, lift your left leg into the sky, and now draw your left knee in towards your left elbow. Exhale, hold here, and now shift your foot off towards the right so you can drop your Xīnnián to the mat, sliding your hips back to come into pigeon pose. If this doesn't work in your body, you can come to a seat and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Take one round of breath, and then settle into whatever pose you're in. So if that means that you fold the chest to the mat, you can. If you want to do the full pigeon and find the bind, you can. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath here. And even though this is pigeon pose, for the Chinese Zodiac, this will be rooster pose. I was like, it's a bird, different type of bird, but you know, we'll go with it. That's what I said, creativity here. 1 more round of breath. Exhale, side out. And we'll be making our way back towards downward facing dog. So if you're on your seat, make your way there through tabletop. Otherwise, start to lift the chest, bend the back toes, lift the hips, and send your leg back into 3-legged dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking it to the tops of mats. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, and use that same crouch to leap yourself forward or just step. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, lower. Rise all the way up, arms reach up into the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands heart center. And we'll do that all on the other side, and you have officially done your Chinese Zodiac flow. So as you're ready, find your way to the tops of your mats again. And this time ground down in the right leg, and inhale, lift the left knee. Find your center here, 1 round of breath, and then begin to extend it back so that you find warrior 3, and then arms out to the side as we move into dragon pose. So option, you're just floating your arms down and out, or you do the 1-legged squat. So as you're ready, exhale, maybe squat, arms touch below, fly it out, inhale. Exhale. And inhale, thrice more. Exhale, imaginary dragon flying through the sky. Dragons were like my favorite animal when I was a little kid. I wanted them to be real. Exhale, inhale, hold here. And then drop your hands to the mat. Exhale, right hand stays. Open your left toes and hips out. And find half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. So maybe you look down. Maybe you gaze out. 1 more round of breath, and then we'll be coming into that star pose, aka just standing. So bend your front knee to prep, use your obliques to lift, and come into a standing pose, star pose. Heels in, toes out, bend the elbows, palms face out, coming into horse pose, prep anything you need in the lower body. Exhale, squat it down. Inhale, pulse up. 4 more times. Exhale. And inhale. You can gaze up and down if you want. Twice more. And exhale, settle in. Finding horse pose here. Again, if you want to increase it, you can lift the heels off the mat. 3 more rounds of breath. Try to slow it down. Once more. Exhale, release. And slowly release the hands. Heels stay lifted or not. Inhale, shine the chest. Exhale, dip the left shoulder in. You can gaze up if you trust your balance. Invite the shaking. 1 more round of breath here. And then bring it back, center heels down, reach up, and fold it forward as you adjust the legs. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, walk yourself back to your mat. Find your plank, and move through your Vinyasa flow. You can do cobra or snake, you can do upward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. So last time we kicked the left leg, now we'll kick the right. First, crouching tiger, bend your knees, and then kick your right foot. Exhale, bend, inhale, kick. Thrice more, exhale, inhale, exhale. This will make sense soon. Last time while I'm doing this. Exhale, bend, and now lift the right leg into the sky. And draw your right knee in towards your right elbow. Exhale. And either again come to a seat or settle into pigeon / for today, rooster pose. So again, you can be on a seat or you can be like this. You can find a bind or you can fold your chest down to the mat, whatever feels good to you in this moment. And we'll be here for 3 more rounds of breath. So by now you're probably wondering what Chinese Zodiac animal I am. I am the rooster. So I guess this is my pose. 1 more round of breath here. And then we'll make it back to downward facing dog. So if you're on a seat, make it to tabletop first. Otherwise, come back onto your hands if you're not already. Tuck your back toes so you can lift your hips, send your foot back into 3-legged dog. And exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. So we've got 1 more animal here, which is the goat. So I've been doing all these types of kicks. What we'll practice, if you need to adjust your shirt so it doesn't ride up, do that. We'll be bending and kicking up, trying to stack eventually our shoulders over our wrists. So do any variation of what we've already done. Otherwise let's do 12 for the 12 zodiac animals. So inhale the breath here, exhale, bend the knees, and jump. 1, I won't count, just so you're in your own zone. Doing 12. Trusting your balance. The last one for me. And as you're ready, settle back into downward facing dog. Take a big breath. And then drop your knees to the mat. Exhale, untuck the toes. Shift it back, and hands can stay extended or come by your side back to rat pose or child's pose. Catch your breath. And we've done it. We've done all of the zodiac animals. Take 1 more round of breath here. Sigh it out. We'll be slowly making our way onto our backs. I don't think ways works like that. So you can shift to one side if that feels good. And start to come onto your back. Lowering it all the way down. Feet stay bent. Knees stay bent. Feet stay on the mat. That's what I wanted to say. Tuck your tailbone. Take a round of breath here. And now exhale, draw your right knee in. And if you want, you can grab it with your left or right hand. Maybe you extend it straight out. Maybe use a strap or a towel. Maybe you extend your left leg long. Whatever works for you. So I like to think of this as reclined dragon, right? This is kind of the similar shape that your body was in when we were doing the dragon pose. Take 1 more round of breath. I'm actually going to switch my grip because I want to cross my leg. And if you want to find a twist, let your right hand come to the mat as the left leg falls, or the right leg falls over to the left. The left arm guides the right leg to the left. Your knee can also be bent if the straight leg isn't working for you. Maybe you gaze over your right shoulder. 1 more round of breath here. And then slowly begin to unwind and switch. So letting the right foot come back to the mat. Left knee draws in. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you extend your leg straight. Maybe you extend your right leg straight. Whatever feels good for you. Maybe your left arm comes out. Take one more round of breath here. And then maybe you have a straight leg, or you can do the bent leg, and you can draw your knee over towards the right as you gaze over towards the left. Finding a twist here. Let's do one more round of breath. And then roll backs onto your backs. Draw both knees in, take a round of breath here, and then we'll find reclined pigeon. Let both legs go nice and tall. Cross right ankle over left knee and draw it in. Your hands weave between the space around your left leg. Maybe you grab around your shin, maybe you grab around your ankle, maybe you can even grab your foot if you feel like you're not concaving or compromising something. For the year of the rooster, which is my year. And then slowly unwind. And now just slide your legs together to close that space. Right knee is over left. And now grab for your shins, your ankles. Coming into, so we did a lot of the cow face pose in the arms. And now this is cow face pose reclined in the legs. Or, for the purpose of today, ox pose. I'm filming this in the year of the ox. The year prior was the year of the rat, hence why there was a lot of balasana or rat poses. One more round of breath here. And then slowly extend the legs and we'll shift to the other side. First finding pigeon slash rooster on the other side, left ankle over right knee, hands weaving around your right leg to grab your somewhere. You can also grab your quad if you need a little more space. One more round of breath. And then release and slide your legs together and find your shins or your ankles to come into cow face pose in the legs. Gomukhasana, ox face pose. I encourage you to look up what your Chinese Zodiac is after this if you don't already know, and each one has different symbolism and the story of the Zodiac. It's all a little too long to explain here, but I encourage you to do some research. Exhale, release, inhale, legs find their way towards the sky. Maybe you do some ankle rolls. And if you want to do anything else to your practice, you can. Otherwise, you can move towards a Shavasana. You can find a little more stretch in the back. I'm going to come into bridge pose, which has some significance if you look up the Zodiac story. So maybe that'll pique your interest. Tuck your tailbone if you're with me, and then push up from your heels, squeezing with your glutes. Finding your way into bridge pose if you're not doing something else. Pushing high, high, high with the glutes, squeezing from the glutes more than the low back. I feel it a lot in the low back, so I'm always trying to adjust my posture. One more round of breath here. And if you're in bridge, exhale, let it down. And big sigh out. Maybe you come to find Shavasana. I'm going to do a cue. One more thing before I settle in. Extending my legs straight as if I'm going into Shavasana. Arms come up overhead. And now I will walk my heels out towards the right and shift my upper body towards the right. Finding crescent moon here reclined on the ground, or banana pose, but since we're going with the Chinese Lunar New Year, the spring festival, the last little lunar metaphor here. One more round of breath. And then slowly make your way to the other side, walking your heels off towards the left. Adjusting the upper body and the arms now off towards the left. Try to keep your shoulders mostly on the ground. It will lift off a little bit. One more round here. And then Slowly bring it back. And now you can stay extended if that feels good. Otherwise, you can bring your hands back down by your side and settle into Shavasana. And let's take a few moments here. So again, this flow was about connecting to the Chinese Zodiac. So we had the 12 animals. We had the rat, the ox, the rabbit, the goat, the dog, the pig, the horse, snake, dragon, tiger, monkey, and the rooster. And the color is also significant. It's the color of the Chinese New Year is red and gold. This was the reddest and goldest thing I had in my wardrobe. Let's just take about 5 more rounds of breath here. If you've done classes with me before, you know I love to theme my classes, especially for various types of religions and festivals and big days, right? I've done a Super Bowl, Hanukkah, Christmas, Chinese New Year. I really love world religion and world culture. Myself, I've never been to China. I would love to. My sister has, and I do, at least at this point in my life, I teach Chinese students online. And so in some way, maybe this class is to honor them and their celebration. Let's do one more big round of breath. Stick your tongue out. Let's be a dragon one last time. Exhale it out. Begin to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Maybe you start to stretch it out as you begin to invite gentle movement into your body. Maybe you rock up, or maybe you pull your knees into your chest and roll to one side. As you slowly make your way to how you want to close out class today. Maybe you bring your hands heart center, maybe to your third eye space, maybe they're just wherever they want to be. And thank you for joining me in this Chinese New Year inspired flow, for humoring me or indulging in me. This is one of the ways I can connect my love for yoga and health and fitness with my love for culture and religion with my own sense of like creativity. And so it's just a fun way for me to bring everything together. So I thank you, I hope you enjoy, and for those of you who celebrate it, happy Lunar New Year, Spring Festival, Chinese New Year. The light in me loves the light in all of you. Namaste.